Hello. Hello. It has been so long. Why? Why has it been so long? Oh, we have a lot to catch up on. We do. And I'm really excited. But I'm also really bummed that I let myself go this long between videos because why? Why? I love doing these, and I love spending time with you guys over the YouTubes, and I don't know. Anyway, rambling already. Surprise, surprise. My name is Sarah. Sorry, I didn't even say that. Coming to you from Northeast Ohio, just east of Cleveland. And it's been like too long, literally, and I have so much to catch up on, but I also equally feel like I haven't made a lot of progress on things, which is totally okay. That's not like why I do these, to like pump out the products and all that. But just like looking at all of my stuff right in front of me, there is actually a lot going on. So I guess I take that all back. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even remember how to do this. Today though, for a quick recap. Is it a recap? It's not a recap. A pre-cap. Is that a thing? I have 2 finished objects. I have a really big beef on a recently finished object that I wanted to like discuss. Maybe, I think. I have my totals from April, since it is officially May 1st, which like I can't even believe, right? Why is it that like when like the older you get, the faster time goes? It's like quite a phenomenon to me. I have 5 active whips. Who am I? I don't know why. I did go to my Joann's for the very last time a few weeks ago, so I wanted to talk about that and a little bit of the yarn that I got. I want to talk about some reading at the end. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything. So we'll just, I don't even know what to start with. I guess we'll just do the typical. Yeah? Yeah, that's fine. So finished objects first. I have my Fidget socks, which I discussed last time they weren't becoming a slog. I just like wanted them done. Like I was just kind of tired of working on them. So I used Fidget in the colorway Frankie. That is a Knit Picks yarn. A lovely yarn. And then the heel and the toes here are just a Knit Picks Stroll. I can't remember the name. Maybe like Heather. Might just be Heather. I don't know. They're like, it's like a nice gray. So these are them. This is a free pattern, which obviously is amazing. Fidget yarn is very soft and cozy and squishy, so I'm excited to get these on my feet. This is the ball band. I don't know if people really care about that, but that's what that looks like. I don't know if these are the Fidget yarn, like the colorways, correct me if I'm wrong, seem to kind of come and go at like odd intervals. I mean, obviously it's just till they sell out and then they don't have it anymore, but like some colorways stick around for a while, so I have no idea if Frankie's available, but I really like it. They have another one that is the same like colors, but in like a neonish, what's that one called? Maybe Lisa. I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but that one was super fun, but I liked this one because it was just a little more, not muted, because obviously it's not, but just not the neon version. So I'm excited about these, and I have quite a bit left. These are 50-gram balls. I have quite a bit left to make like a socks for a smaller person, I guess. Oh, which actually leads me into my next finished object, because I have very exciting news that I can finally like scream from the rooftops. My cousin, who is very near and dear to my heart, is pregnant with twins, and I am dying with excitement for her for 1,001 reasons. I'm not going to go into personal things of hers, but I'm like tearing up. I'm so excited. And it's been so long since we have had babies in my family. I am one of, how many are there of us? I'm one of 5 grandchildren, And I'm the only one with kids, and my youngest is 9 now. So it's been so long since we've had babies in like our immediate family, and I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. So of course I want to make all the things. But I'm really dialing it back because, well, they're twins. So I just, you know, we're really hoping that she makes it to, I think ideally the end of August, for delivery. So I just, you know, I'm nervous to make, I don't want to make sized things yet, but this girl is getting all the knit things when those babies are born. So for right now, I'm just focusing on making blankets, and I think I am going to be making, I know I am going to be making just like a bunch of little baby socks, because one, I've never made baby socks. Two, I'm sure they are very quick, and you know, I mean, they're like little baby socks, so even if they're a little big or long in the foot, like eventually they'll fit, right? So I think that with all of my like scraps, I'm gonna just make her literally like a million baby socks, and then probably also, depending on like how much I have, make her matching socks as well, which obviously those will take me a little bit longer because she's like an adult, but she has really like sweet little feet. Like I think she's like a US size 6 or something. So, you know, and she, oh, and bonus, she likes shorty socks. So I feel like just she and the babies are just going to get a lot of socks. But also it's May 1st. So I don't really have as much time as I think I do to like get all this made. But that lends into my second finished object, which also is part of my Joann's yarn purchase. I bought Big Twist sprinkled icing in the colorway Fruity. I think it's Fruity Cereal. Does that sound right? Yeah, Fruity Cereal. So I bought 4 of these, and I think it's a super bulky, right? Super bulky acrylic. Yeah, super bulky acrylic. I just, you know, everybody has their like whatevers about yarn. I really like having a mostly acrylic base when making baby blankets, just so that parents can throw them in the wash and dryer and not have to worry about it. Especially with her having twins, like it's just double the everything. So I just want her to have stuff that is homemade, made with all my love, but easy for her to take care of. So this is all I have left of it. It's not much. I didn't weigh it. I guess I could have, but, and then I made the Coziest blanket ever, which is a free pattern by Purl Soho. And it's, one of the patterns that like you start at a corner when work increases till halfway through and then decreases. So it's a corner to corner blanket, and it's all garter. So it was a joy, literally just a joy to just sit back and knit. I did use pretty big needles though, and I can't even remember what needles. Look at all those fun colors. So this is it. It ended up measuring like, I think like 32 by 32, which is totally like I'm okay with. I'm not gonna be, I didn't want to make her like super big baby blankets quite yet. I figured maybe just like, I'll save that for maybe when they're like a little bit older, maybe even for like I don't know, I'm totally getting ahead of myself, but maybe for like their first birthday or something, I'll make them like proper like blankets, or you know what I'm trying to say? But this was super fun, and I really, really loved the colors. I love when you have this speckled yarn, because then you really can't even tell like where one ball ended and one began. It's obviously just the same on both sides. And the increases and decreases really just created a nice little built-in border, which, you know, I love when there's not extra work, just like when it's done, it's done. So this turned out great. I'm really happy with it. I specifically bought this yarn at Joann. Well, so they actually only had 2 colorways left of this, what is it called? Speckled icing or something? That's not right. sprinkled icing. They only had 2 colorways left of this, and the other colorway only had 3 balls, so I was just really nervous about not having enough for a blanket. So I went with this one because it was 4 balls, and I just thought that the colors in this colorway were a bit more neutral, because at the time that I bought this and finished it, we knew one baby was a boy for sure because they had that like blood testing done really early on. But I guess when, not to go into all the like molecularness of it, but when one tests positive for a boy when it's twins, you cannot confirm the other sex of the baby. So they had to wait until their anatomy scan, which I didn't know, you know, I only knew one was a boy. So I figured, well, if the other was going to be a girl, this was like pretty neutral and it's fine. And I have like a ton of other yarn. I don't know what my point was. I just really like it. And it's a super bulky and it's cozy and it's great and I like it. Oh, I did forget though the cost, because I really wanted to try to start including that when I have the cost available for my projects. So all 4 balls of this cost $25.17. That is, I'm not including tax with this, like, so that's all pre-tax, so I know it's like semi-cheating, but you get the gist of it. I'm not including tax ever on this because I just am not figuring it out. And shipping will never be included because, like, I really don't, I was going to say I don't pay for shipping really because I always just make sure I buy enough to get free shipping. But I guess I guess that's not going to be totally true all the time. Whatever. It doesn't include shipping either. Like, who cares? So this was about $25. I also have a lot of things to say about this Joann's yarn situation when we get to it. So I'm super excited about that. So that is my second finished object. Going back super, super quickly to the Fidget socks. Those cost me $13.98. So $14 for the yarn. It was free shipping. The pattern was free. So $14 in and out for a pair of socks. I will take it. I will take it. Now, let's do, where's my tank top? Let's do whips. I have 5. I don't know why. Well, I do know why actually. So if you care, I planned on recording this video like every week, every day of every week for the last like 2 weeks, and it just hasn't, I don't know, it just hasn't worked out. So I was at a point in 2 of these projects actually where I didn't want to start the next part of it because it was just, this is so stupid, because it was like just easier to show it in the state that it was in. Like literally just like hold it up. Like I stopped working on 2 projects for videos that don't even in the global sense of everything matter, but I didn't work on them because they would be easier to hold up. It's fine. So first I would like to show you, and I also cannot wait to get like restarted on this, is my, what is it called? My Whiteshell tank by Janine. Oh, what's her sweet little last name? From Knits and Knots. Anyway, Janine. Little Janine. Also, it's been out for a little bit now, but she has like a summer crochet book, and I think I like really want it. I have talked before of my like I don't know how I feel about, I don't want to like make anybody mad. I don't know how I feel about crochet garments, like personally. Like there are just, I don't mean for this to sound negative, but there's just not a lot of knit garments that really, crochet garments that like get my attention, that like I want to make. I don't know, because I love crocheting. So it's like, it's literally like, it's not a diss at all on crocheting. I'm just more drawn to knit garments. And I don't know if it's just because then they do look more store-bought. I don't know. I don't know the psychology behind it. It just is what it is. So when I find crochet garments that I love, like I'm really excited about it, I guess. And I really like a lot of her patterns that she has in her new book. Plus, I really just like having craft books. Anyway, getting off topic. My Whiteshell tank, it is being made in Lion Brand 24/7 Cotton DK. In the color, what is it again? Nightshade. And it's a super, super beautiful dark navy. We've talked about this for weeks, you all know. And this is where I'm at. Where's the front? This is where I am at. So this my little kitty cat is where I was last time. So I finished up in the round. I just wanted to finish the ball I was working on so that I could then come back and pick up the neckline and the armholes. I know a lot of people talk about this. I agree though. I really like doing those kinds of things, or like sleeves or whatever, before I completely finish a garment. Part of it is just to make sure I have enough yarn, which this shouldn't be an issue for this. I should have plenty of yarn. But I also just like to be able to like try it on and fully, you know, kind of get a good picture of it. I have a really difficult time picturing finished garments when, like, especially like the neckline's not done. And then plus it helps me know how like long I can make things. I have not quite embraced the crop top situation that's been going on for a while now, and that's just like a me not feeling comfortable in my body, which we definitely don't need to get into that. But anyway, so it is finished. It's the oops, let me see if you can see the texture here. It's a really great texture. I'm really excited about it. I'm pumped. I have a really fun summer plaid blazer, and I also have a red blazer that I'm like really excited to wear this under. Plus, of course, obviously it's perfect under jean jackets and all the like. So she's doing really good. I can't quite tell how long it is. It's maybe it's like just above my belly button, I think. I am not gonna lie to you though, I haven't tried this on yet, and that makes me really nervous. So I actually have no idea if it even fits me. And I probably should try it on before I actually do pick up for the neckline. Okay, fine. I'll do that. I'll try it on beforehand. But it's cruising along great. I mean, obviously once you're in the round, it's easy peasy. So super great pattern. Her instructions, I have not made, this is my first pattern of hers that I have made, and top notch pattern instructions, details, all the little checkpoints that you're looking for, you know, number counts and all of that are in it. Fantastic. And I think like while crocheting this, it also made me excited for her book too, or at least to make more patterns by her. So A+, love it. It's going great. Next up, what's the second longest? Oh, this guy. So this is my Cozy Boucle blanket, which is a pattern by Molly Platt from a Homespun House, and it is part of her year-long blanket knit along. And this is another one that I stopped because I had finished a colorway and I didn't want to add in the next one and then have all these strings hanging down. I don't know who even cares. I don't even know why I did that, but anyway, I did. So I have January, February, and March knit into this little guy. Oh God, look at this. It's so pretty. And this is just garter stitch as well. Hello, I love it. So easy peasy. I'm actually really thankful that, I love these speckles. I'm really thankful that it's garter stitch because this is my first experience working with boucle yarn. I've talked about this already. I don't think it's my favorite. So while it's just knitting, I do have to like pay attention that I'm picking up the actual, whatever you call it, like the base threading of the yarn. Because there have been a few times where I've accidentally picked up like a loop coming off and have to like go back and fix it. So it's easy to knit, but engaging because I have to pay attention, if that makes sense. So it's great. I really, really like it. It's so easy just to pick up and work on, toss down when I'm not needing to. And then the April colorway, is it called Pine Cone? I think it's called Pine Cone. It's great. And I love the tonals just because they're so, you know, like varied in their color. So this is a really great rich brown. Is that better? There we go. That's better. It's a nice rich brown. So I'm going to get this guy added in. I mean, it obviously is May now, but I seem to be getting my month's yarn in like the middle of the month. So I think I should be able to get the majority of this knit before I get my May colorway. So I'm going to pick this back up at some point. I don't know, because now I'm just like all like overly involved with all these other knits too. So we'll see, but obviously that's a whole year that I have to do that. Next up, what's next? Oh, here. So next is my half and half triangle wrap, which is a free pattern by Purl Soho. This is on my Make 9, so I'm excited about that. I have gotten a little excited for, I don't know, for crafting, and have gotten a little bit away from my Make 9, so it's nice just that I'm still working on something from it. I don't even know if that makes sense, because the Make 9's for like all year, and it's really just like just like a guidebook for myself. So anyways, this is I'm so enjoying this. I'm making the larger size. There's 2 sizes. I definitely don't think I would make the larger size again, because it's large. It's huge. Hopefully I can show this okay. So I'm on my second color right now, which is this blue. I have one hank in it, and then the green is I think it's called Clover. It's called Clover something. It's like super wrinkled because of course I have to smush it now into this bag that I have it in, because it's like ginormous. Oh my god, it's just so good. The way that it is made is like, I don't know, I find construction to be so fascinating, and how people figure out how to do things. It's just made with short rows, and I'm like, it's incredible, and it's been super fun. So I'm now on, so you start it, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but you start it like way down nope, that's not right. Where do you start it? Oh, you start it at this corner, so with this green, and you do that's not right, because you started with like 1,000 bajillion stitches. Hold on, how did I do this? I followed the instructions, I know that. Okay, where is my corner at? Ugh, so big. It's gonna be so big, and it's like not even blocked. So you start, how do you do this? Because you do it, I don't remember how you do it, and I'm sure somebody watching this is like cringing right now, but I know that you cast on all of your stitches, and then you slowly work short rows, like kind of like as decreases, and then your very last row of your first color, you like go through and like pick up all of your wrap and turns. And it's like, I don't know, it was like literally like the most awesome row to do. I don't know, I just really liked it, and I really loved it too, because it helped me practice my wrap and turns, and then knitting the wrap and turn. It's just not something that I've had to do a whole bunch, so it was like repetitive practice, and it just, I feel very confident now in doing a wrap and turn. So you pick up and knit all the wrap and turns on the last row, and then you add in the new color by like, I think you just knit back and forth twice, and then you start working on short rows. Yeah, again, this isn't making any sense. It's a free pattern. You can just like go look at it. But the point is I've been enjoying it. Again, it's easy, but still engaging, because you have to do wrap and turns and things like that. So, and I'm obsessed with these colors. Like, are these not spring colors? Like, hello? Also, I cannot take any credit for this color combination. It was a kit put together by Purl Soho. It is using their linen quill, which I am finding very enjoyable to work with, which is exciting. This is the first time I've ever worked with the linen quill, and I have purchased this already, like way back when, for 2 other projects. So it was just nice to be able to work on it, and I don't have an issue with it. Like it feels soft to me. There are, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see any of it, but there are some parts where it does have like a, I don't know if you can see these like fuzzies in it, but it's not, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's the composition, whatever. Can you tell it's been a really long time since I've done a video? I just want to chit chat, and obviously I'm full of nonsense. So this is the join, and I really appreciate the detail of like what this looks like as well. I don't know. I'm just really, really into this pattern. And I feel like I could totally make 100 more of these. I'm excited to see what the final size is and like what it feels like on, because it does seem ginormous, which I'm totally okay having a big cozy shawl for, I mean, there's like 1,000 days I would wear this. But I'm excited to see what the actual size is. And then I think I will definitely make a smaller size too, and just have a variety. I really like it a lot. I really like it a lot. So that is that. And again, that is part of my Make 9. So I'm excited to get that done. I'm going to get my second hank caked up and, you know, continue to work on this. I probably need to transfer it out of this bag now though, because it's getting really smushy, and it's not really, it's like kind of a portable project, but I have a bunch of other projects that are smaller, so I think I might just put it in a basket and keep it up by my little like chair that I sit in the family room. Okay, that was that. What else do I have? Oh, I have some socks, of course. I just needed to cast on some vanilla socks for just like a couple things that we had going on. I didn't want anything textured or anything that I had to worry about. So I was sifting through where I have all my sock yarn, which is in this like white cabinet behind me. And I was like struggling. I don't know why. I could not figure out what colorway I wanted to do. There's a lot of yarn in there that's like really precious to me because for whatever reason, I have a lot of sock sets in there, and I really want to keep together as sets and use, you know, the contrast for the heel and the toe is typically what I like to do. And I knew that these socks were not going to be in a place where I wanted to fiddle with like having 2 different colors and like all that kind of stuff. I just needed some vanilla socks, straight vanilla socks, all in the same colorway. So I ended up winding up, this is a Hawthorne yarn from Knit Picks, and I lost the ball band, which is ridiculous because I literally just wound this up like last week. So I don't even know the colorway. I think it's like Hawthorne, I don't know. It's just like Hawthorne something. It's a fingering weight. I know that it does have like a nylon base, so it's like 80-20, whatever it is. And yeah, and I bought it from, you might be like, oh, we'll just look it up on your Knit Picks account. I bought it from like a D-stash though, and I don't even know like who or when. So I have no way of tracing it until I find the ball band, which I might never, because my garbage from my office has been recently emptied if it happened to go in there. So whatever. It's lost. But anyways, this is how it's looking. I really like it because the base I thought was going to be white, but it's actually like, I don't know if it's just the way it's working up, but it actually is more of like a really pale green, which I'm totally into. And I love all the speckles. I am on the, I have the heel, I'm working on the gusset decreases for the foot. And I like this. I love it. Like, I love the speckles. I love the colors. But I actually think I'm going to frog it. So as I've been working this up, I've really just been appreciating the speckles. I've also been super inspired by everybody's like spring and summer pattern roundups and all these things. And I just, as I was like working on it, I just realized like, I think it'll make such a cute tank top. Like, right? Like with the blue. So I wear a lot of blue jeans and like jean shorts. And I'm just like, I think this actually needs to be a tank top, not a pair of socks. So I think I'm gonna rip it out. And I think I'm going to make with it a, because I mean, I do only have like one ball, right? So I only have like 460 yards or whatever this is. And I am not a petite girl. So I do usually make like a medium, maybe even a large in a lot of like patterns. So, I think that I'm going to make the secret, what is it called? Hold on. The Summer Secret Crop by Jessie Maed. And it's a free pattern. So like, hello, I'm all about it. And it's just super basic. I think that I'm going to do that and then, you know, work a bit and then do the straps and then use the rest of the yarn. I don't know. I can't remember what the construction is. I mean, I know it has like straps that you can either like make and tie for a halter, which is not my thing. Put just like straight back, or you can make them long and crisscross them. And I can't even remember what the straps are. Like they might be like an I-cord or just like a knit, or I don't remember. I didn't look that much into it. But anyway, I just want to use up as much of this yarn as humanly possible. So I think I'm going to do that. I think it'll be a really cute tank top. I mean, does it look like that's a tank top, I think. So these are probably coming out and I will have to just figure out a new yarn for socks. Not a big deal. I have plenty. So that's that. And then my very, very last whip, are you still with me? Is another blanket for my cousin's babies, because there are two. Oh my God, I stopped in the end of the, why do we do this? I know I'm not the only one. I stopped literally in the middle. Okay, hold on, bear with me. We're just gonna backtrack. But you know what, actually, while I am doing this, I wanna talk about my big beef with a finished object. And that is my Felix cardigan. And I was like so stoked about it. Like I feel like you could feel my excitement energy through your screen when I talked about it. I don't think it was last video, but a couple videos ago. I was just so excited to have it done. I loved the color. I definitely love the details of the Felix, the raglan increases. It's just very like dainty, maybe isn't the right word, but like just delicate and feminine. And I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved that I finished it. You know, I loved that it was something that I made, like as just like a reminder. I have not made a lot of garments, so I was just really proud of myself. Well, I wore it to work. I don't remember. Sometime like soon after finishing it, because I was like so excited. And I just didn't love it. Like after wearing it for the day, one, the first time I got up from my like desk chair or whatever at work, a button fell off of it. So like obviously I need to work on my like button skills, button sewing skills. And I just had a hard time wearing it all day. I'm not sure if I just wasn't confident in like myself, because it was like a knit, like something I handmade, you know. And I do get a little, I don't know why, I just get a little like nervous about like wearing my knit stuff. And it's not for any like, it's not because I'm like nervous something's gonna happen to it, but I just like, I don't want it to like look handmade in a negative way. So I don't know, I just was like really self-conscious about it, like myself, all day. And the buttons were like bothering me in how they were. I don't think that I like crew neck cardigans, I guess, when they have to be buttoned up. And this I specifically wanted to be buttoned because I just didn't have the right buttons on it yet. And I stupidly had sewn the buttons on with white thread. So then if you didn't button if you didn't button them, and it was like button heavy, so it like kind of flopped over, and then you could like see the white thread. So like that was like very annoying, frustrating to me. So I just didn't enjoy wearing it. And then it was just like hilarious that just like a button fell off like in the first like 10 minutes that I was out in the real world with it. So I think I'm not doing anything with it right now, but I do think eventually I think I'm going to frog it. I think I'm going to, rip it out, and I'm going to just make like a, probably a cardigan with maybe no buttonholes. Like there's a Lion brand has like a free one that I liked. I can't remember the name of it. And I also do really like Tinkia Knits has a free just like open cardigan that I liked as well. So I do really want that shade of a cardigan. I just think that in my wardrobe it'll be really useful to me. I think it matches a lot of my dresses and things, so I do want it a lot. And plus I love that color with jeans. I just think it looks really nice. I love yellow and blue together in that aspect. So I'm like really bummed because obviously, you know, making any kind of garment or anything, it's work, and you know, but you live and learn. I definitely love the pattern. I would love the Felix in a pullover. So I think that you know, in a bit I'll feel comfortable just like taking the cardigan pattern and converting it to just, you know, in the round and have it be a pullover. I love the pattern. I just and you know, and it could totally have been my yarn choice too that I didn't love it. Who knows, a lot of things, but that's part of your experience, right? Is like figuring out what works and what doesn't, and I loved the experience of knitting it. So that's, I guess, to me, really, that in the end, that's all that matters. Okay, that's enough about that. I was so excited, and, you know, it was like a total letdown, but not because of the pattern, like, at all. Okay, second baby blanket. Oh my God, I can't stop talking. The second baby blanket is the Little Mitered Stripes blanket, which is another free pattern by Purl Soho. They rock it. And I'm using, hold on. Well, I'll show you first and then I'll show you there. So this is actually yarn I had in stash. So perfect, amazing. And I had no use for it whatsoever. So this blanket's hard to show because you make it in like a L shape. So these are the two colors I'm using. They're two blues. And then I'll try to show you. Ugh, and they're all stuck together. Oh, this is not going to be pretty to show, but you'll get it. So this is the corner here that's mitered. Yeah, so you just make it like that, smaller, 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 and then it ends at the opposite corner. So I love these colors so much. Again, I didn't know when I started this one even what gender the babies were. I just knew that one of them was blue. So one of them is a boy, and I know that colors are no longer like gendered and all of that, and I completely 1000% respect it. But again, I had this in stash and I just thought I had enough to make a really nice baby blanket. So I love how I really love the contrast. I think it's like not too bold. I think it's very sweet. So I'm using these are both, I don't know, do I even have the ball band? Oh lordy. Is this one, both of them? One of them. Okay, they're Karen 1 pounds, which are, yes, 100% acrylic. Don't like roll your eyes or whatever. It is what it is. And hilarious, I cut off or ripped off on accident the colors, but I don't know, these are the colors. They're super old. Like, I have had these for, I don't know, probably like over 5 years. So I'm really just happy to get rid of them. So this pattern though, I have no idea if it's going to work out. If you've been with me for any length of time, you know that I am not good at modifying, at figuring like things out, subbing yarn for different weights, like adding or decreasing stitches from a base pattern. Like, I'm just not good at it. It takes me multiple goes. So I am nervous for this because the Little Mitered Stripe blanket is meant to, this is a worsted weight, and that's not what the pattern calls for. It's either, I think it's a DK or a sport. I could be wrong on that. It could even be a fingering weight yarn. So this is a worsted. So Purl Soho is lovely and helps you with making a gauge swatch and then figuring out, you know, like what your gauge means per, if you wanted to adjust like the length and all of that of the blanket, length and width of the blanket. So I'm like really nervous. So I did that. I did a swatch. I did the right thing. And I figured that out. And I wanted to make this blanket about 32 by 32 to match the size of the first blanket that I finished. So this blanket is also meant to be rectangular. And I did not love the look of the finished like blanket, because the line that's like mitered, or that makes it mitered, goes like from corner up, but then there was like all this part on the top that wasn't part of that miter. Like the mitered ended, and then it was just like striping at the top. I'm not describing that well, but if you've seen the blanket, like, you'll know what I think I'm trying to say. But they also don't give you like, actually, they don't give you really good pictures of the finished blanket as a whole on Purl Soho. Like, I don't even think I saw it on there. I think I saw it when I was looking at the finished projects of other people when I noticed it. So what I'm doing, and I don't know if this is going to turn out, and it's going to be a little irritating if it doesn't, because this blanket is, it's very easy to do, but it's not quick. So I'm trying to make it into a square. So I cast on the appropriate stitches that I think I'm supposed to do, and then instead of where they have you make your miter, like start the miter stripe, I did it halfway between the stitches that I had, so that I'm hoping it's square. Like, in my head it works out, but things often don't work out for me with knitting or crocheting. So I'm just hoping for the best. And I hope what I said makes sense. It probably doesn't. I've probably lost you. It's okay. I've lost myself. But I am excited about these colors together. I think they're great. And I'm really excited to get this out of stash. I had originally bought this yarn to make some kitchen rugs for myself. Like, there was this really cute, I don't even know where the pattern like is anymore, because it was literally so long ago, but it was just a really cute checkered rug, and I was just going to make a couple of them for in my kitchen, and I just figured this would be really easy to wash. But I started it and never went anywhere with it, and I have no interest anymore in making it, and I would have rather repurposed this for the baby blanket. So that's how this yarn came to be, and yeah. Also, super fun, I didn't even say this, which is funny. The day I started this blanket is the day they had their anatomy scan. So the second baby is actually going to be a girl. And I'm really excited about that too. So she's going to have a boy and a girl. So the next blanket I make will probably be a little more of the, what are traditionally known as the feminine colors. I have a lot of like pink and white and in stash. Don't be mad at me for like using those colors, and like, it's just, I'm partially just using, I'm really just trying to use what I have. And I had been unintentionally gifted like a whole huge shopping bag full of yarn, and a lot of it is pink and white, and it's like a baby type of yarn. So she's just gonna get a little bit of everything, because I really only know right now to make her baby blankets and some socks, because I don't want to make anything sized yet. I don't know how big the little babes are going to be, you know, and then what'll be appropriate like seasonally for them. So I would much rather just like wait on all of that and make things that I know don't matter necessarily to their size, which are blankets. And I like making blankets, and they're easy, and they always turn out nice once I actually get everything going correctly. So little mitered stripes blanket coming to my cousin soon. Not soon. I'm hoping to have this done for her shower, but I don't remember when her shower is, which I need to remember because I'm supposed to be helping with it. I don't think it's till June. So I'd like to finish this in May. There shouldn't be a reason why I can't, I don't think. So anyway, that's been fun. That is the last of my whips. Okay, is anybody still out there? I'm starting to get a little parched. Let's talk quickly about here. We'll pull out this yarn. So it's May 1st. I'm going to be showing my May Farmer's Daughter Fiber Sock Squad. It's May 1st. So if you like don't have this, just look away. I'm not going to say anything about the color. I am really happy with it. But for reference, this is what it's based off of. Oh, I will though say I don't quite understand what I got with this. Okay, I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say I really like the yarn I got, but I do feel like more could have been done. But also, I am not a dyer. So, like, I literally know nothing really. I'm surprised. I'll say that. So this is what I got. This is what it was inspired from. Okay, it's away. It's away. It's done. I'll be using it for socks, I'm sure. And then this was actually my last sock squad. So I had talked last time that I canceled my memberships, but the way they do theirs is you pay for like not the following month, but like a month ahead. So this, I believe, should be the last time I receive this. I'm no longer receiving the hypnotic yarns. April's was my last one. I don't even think I showed it, but I mean, I'm sure you've seen it elsewhere. Like Kayla from the Crazy Sock Lady gets it and all that. So let's talk very quickly about Joann's. I'm not gonna like go into all of it. Yes, obviously I'm devastated. I'm incredibly heartbroken. The store is very near and dear to my heart. My mother and I went there all the time growing up and into adulthood because we both crafted. So, and my mother is now passed if you're newer around here. So I'm just sad about it because when I would go there, it was a lot of memories and things like that. Anyway, but it is what it is. People make decisions and then they make bad decisions and then we lose stores like Joann's. So I had gone there twice since they announced they were closing. The first time I was like not impressed with any of their sales. I picked up a few things but ended up putting them back. So then I just went back. I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago now. And I was like, I'm just going to see what they have. This is going to be my final time coming. I'm not going to just keep rummaging. Like I just don't have the time or the want to do that. And I was still so unimpressed with their yarn specifically. Like I didn't look really at anything else, but their yarn was still only 30% off. And like, it's literally like all gone. So I'm like, clearly everybody was freaking out. I don't really understand why though, because it's basically the same price as if you were to use a coupon. But I'm like, well, it's literally basically all gone. So I guess I might as well get a couple things, right? Because now when I make these projects, like I'll have Joann's and my mom both in mind and it'll just, it will mean something extra special to me. So I already talked about that big twist yarn that I got. And then I got, hold on, is that everything I got? I think it's everything. So I did pick up another colorway of the Lion Brand Respun, which is a 100% recycled polyester. This is in the colorway Blush. And it's coming up pretty lilac, but it's actually a really nice lighter pink. Well, it's a pink, but I guess it does have like some purple undertones. I picked this up because this is what I used for my cousin's, what is that petite knit pattern that I made him? The Moby sweater. I made the Moby sweater for him in this, and I really enjoyed working with the yarn. So I had always planned on making a Moby sweater for myself. So I think I might use this for the Moby sweater. But I also have a couple other patterns. Like I have the Salty Day sweater, whatever it's called, by Veronica from Vacoca. Oh, I have such trouble saying that name. I apologize. I have that too. That's like a really nice cabled textured situation. I know I want to use it for something like that. I don't want to use it just for plain raglan or anything. But I think I'm going to make the Moby sweater. I just have the men's pattern. I'm just going to use that for myself because, like, I don't care. And I have heard from other people that there's really no difference between the women's and the men's versions of petite knits patterns. So I think that's what this is going to be. I really do like this color. I'm not sure if it's like a color for me, like one of like my colors, but part of one of my goals this year was to knit with more color and add more color to my wardrobe. So here's this Blush guy. I think I bought 3 of these. So, I mean, I have like a good amount of yarn. I can pretty much make anything. and probably make like an accessory too. So that's one thing, or my second one. And then my last one I'm very excited about. So this, talk about color. Oh my God, are you ready to freak out? This is Big Twist, totally tweed, in the colorway Something Blue. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Get ready. I mean, hello. I am obsessed. Like, first of all, I love tweed. But like this color, what? It's so saturated and pretty. Like, what? I'm really excited. So when I saw this, first of all, I was literally like getting ready to walking up the yarn aisle, and saw this on an end cap. So it was like, ah, like meant to be. And this immediately reminded me of a sweater that every time I wear it, people ask me if I've knit it. And I'm like, I did not, but I could. And you'll 100% know why. So I saw this and I was like, oh, that sweater, I'm going to get it and make it. So this is the sweater that I reference. Like, look at that tweed. Hello. Yes. This is like literally one of my favorite sweaters. It's either, I mean, I think it's, can you see that? I think it's a drop shoulder, right? Because the shoulder, it's either a drop shoulder or a set-in sleeve that's just really stretched out. But I think that I'm going to do, I don't know. I think I'm going to do a drop shoulder for this. I don't want a raglan, and I don't want a circular yoke. No, I think I want this, or like even like a saddle shoulder construction, but I just want, you know, kind of the back and forth like look in the front. So this is what I'm replicating, and I'm going to do it. I mean, it's going to be so, I like it. So inspiration, yarn, I just need a pattern. I'm not concerned about finding a pattern right now. Like, it's just, this is going to have to go on the back burner just because of all the other things going on. And I definitely have some things that I want to make for spring and summer, and that's basically here. So back burner this, gonna do a drop shoulder or a saddle. Yeah. At some point. I'll probably pick this up this summer. I know. Who am I kidding? I'm like really excited to knit with this. So we'll see how long this lasts on my shelf. But I think I have like 1,500. Did I do that math right? I think I have like almost 1,500 yards of this. Definitely 1,400. So that should be good for like any pattern. That was also an issue though when I was there, because I went in not like super planning on buying any yarn, and then had my freak out moment like in all of the aisles. But I didn't necessarily have any patterns like strongly in mind or like yardage in mind for any patterns. So I really just freaked out. And I probably bought like way too much yarn, but obviously I'd rather have too much than too little. But I also don't want leftovers. Yeah, it's going to be a real situation, but it's a situation I created, and it's a problem for like later me, as people say. Okay. Oh my God, this is way too long of a video. Okay, let's talk about very quickly my totals, because they're easy, because I basically did nothing in April, but did everything in April. Okay, April. I started 3 projects. I finished 2 projects. That's pretty even. I'm happy with that. This is where the problem lies, which I knew when I brought home all this yarn. I brought in April, 2,626 grams of yarn. And then I outwent 679. So I am positive 1,947 grams for this month. It hurts a little, but it's also okay. Like, these are just like, these are not like rules for me to live and die by. I just really like keeping track of it. It helps me, I think maybe it helps me stay focused. It's just nice to see everything kind of throughout the year. So I do really enjoy it, keeping track of it. I am not like stressed out about it. Do I wish like I had more out than in? Yeah, like who doesn't? But it is what it is. So that's going into May. And it is what it is. I was previously keeping track, and I always forgot to share on here, like the last time I purchased yarn, and I was trying to like really see how long I could go. And then I just realized it created more stress for me than it was good, because then I would like hold all this guilt about buying yarn. And then I'm like, but why do I do that to myself? You know, I bought this Joann's yarn. I forgot to mention, like at the beginning of April, I think it was maybe April 1st, Freckled Whimsy put her sock advent like up for sale, and I purchased that because that 100% was an advent I super loved doing last year. If you're not familiar with it, it's just 1 stripe a day, like on each sock, so 2 stripes a day, and it was super fun. I was not able to keep up with it super well because I was trying to do some other advents also, but that's the only one I'm purchasing this year. I'm not doing any of the other ones. So I should be able to keep up with it. And it was just really fun. And I really like her sock yarn, and her striping is like on point. It's so good. So I bought that. And then more recently too, I think like the middle of April, I did buy some yarn from the Lemonade shop. Her colorways just, oh, I love them so much. Like just so much. And I'm trying really hard not to buy variegated yarn. I find that harder to work up in socks. Like I personally don't love the way it looks. And she just has these like gloriously speckled yarns. Oh my God. I'm so excited to get it. I am actually then was like basically immediately bummed because I didn't realize that I was not ordering yarn that was like ready to ship. Like she has like 2 different categories, which is like yarn and then like ready to ship. And I saw one of her Instagram posts that it was like the final straw. It got me. So like I went and I purchased like, I don't even remember, 4 or 5, I think just 4 colorways. And I was like, oh my God, I can't even wait to get these. And then I was checking on shipping and I was like, where are these? And then I was like, oh no, I didn't order the ready to ship. So I think her shipping time it usually says like 3 weeks or whatnot. So I should be getting those. They should be getting shipped maybe like next weekish, the week after, and then I'll have them. I'm excited to get them for several reasons. Excuse me. One, just because like the colors are literally glorious, but I'm excited to get I'm sorry, hold on please. Small break. Better. Gross. That was embarrassing. I'm sorry. Also, don't judge me for my Stanley. I'm actually anti-Stanley. Like I do not enjoy this cup. I am an Owala fan all the way. If you have never experienced an Owala, they're amazing. And I'm sorry. I mean, like, come at me. They're way better than Stanley's. Stanley's, I don't want to say like SUCK, but like I don't like them. I do not feel like they keep my drinks cold. My ice melts way quicker than in my Owalas. Ugh. So you might ask why I have this. Oh my God. Okay. So very quickly, this is my one and only Stanley. So I've never experienced Stanley before. I had FOMO. This is probably 2 years old, maybe. I can't remember. I had FOMO and was going to buy one because I wanted to see what all the hype was about, but I never wanted to like buy one, right? Because they're like not inexpensive. But then I really wanted to get something for my cousin whom I love, who I've talked about many a times in this episode. And I was like, oh my gosh, she would love it and I would love it if we had matching Stanleys. So I ended up getting the Stanley, but then really what drove me to get a Stanley versus like something else is Taylor Lynn. She used to be Taylor Lynn Crochet, but she has rebranded. And I can't remember what she is now, but tons of people make these now, but like I purchased other things from her, so I wanted to like go back to her. Makes these like nameplates for your Stanley. So I got one for me, Sarah, and then I got one for my cousin with the matching Stanley. So we have matchings, so it's cute. So I can't like get rid of it because we have matchings, but it's not like my go-to. It's not my go-to. I really just don't like it. But anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. If this actually, so this is gonna be all the yarn. I do want to talk about some audiobooks because I have read or listened to quite a few recently. So if you want to stick around for that, I would love you always. But if you don't want to, I will love you always anyway. It's okay. Because this is like going crazy long, you guys. Oh my God. We're like at an hour. This is stupid. This is so stupid. I'm sorry. This is why I need to record every week, because I just, for whatever reason, always have so much to say, which is hilarious because I'm hugely like an antisocial person and like very introverted in social settings. Go figure. Somebody work up. Who's in psychology here? Work me up here. Okay. So my reads, because it has been a while and I did not talk about them in my last video, I'm going to blow through these. But I did finish the Thursday Murder Mystery Club by Richard Osman. I finished The Bullet That Missed, and then the very last one of the series was The Last Devil to Die. I definitely cried at the end. It got me. The whole series was a great series. The characters were hilarious. Like, you just felt like you knew them. I really enjoy Richard Osman. I have not checked out his podcast yet, which was recommended to me. But I really enjoyed him. So I'm taking like a small break from his books just for a little bit, just because there's like 5,000,000 books to read. So next I read Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, which is such a weird last name for this book. Like, this book is gruesome. It is violent. It was good. Like, if you can stomach some gross, horrific things, which sounds so weird that like people like to read stuff like that, right? But I enjoyed the story so much. It was full of twists and turns. I never knew what was going to happen, but admittedly, I'm terrible at predicting things. So like, I never know what's going to happen, like ever, even if it's so obvious. I don't know. I thought it was really good. Completely unexpected. I actually recommended it to my husband, which we don't always have the same likes in books. He didn't like love it, but he's glad he read it, or listened to it, if that makes sense. I liked it a lot. Pretty Girls, Karen Slaughter. The next one I read was The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hong. It is a series I won't be reading anymore. I didn't love it. I am always here for romance, like Hallmark romance, I guess is better how like I would describe, like the fluffy stuff. There's just a lot of language in the book that I didn't care about. Like, I don't know, call me a prude, but there's just some words that like I don't need to hear all the time. Like, I'm not even gonna say it actually. Just like, there wasn't swear words, but it's just like sexual words that like very common words used to describe body parts. Like, I just don't need, I don't enjoy it. I did finish it though, just because I wanted to see like where it ended. The storyline was fine. Yeah, it's just not a series I would continue. Not every book is for everybody, and that's okay. The next one I finished was When We Were Bright and Beautiful by Gillian Medoff. This is another not gruesome, but like violent, attacks on women kind of thing. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a great storyline. Plot twist, didn't expect it. Maybe other people do. I don't know. I really liked it. Would totally recommend that one. And then the one that I'm reading now is My Absolute Darling by Gabriel Talent. I just started it, so I don't quite have I do have an opinion. It starts really fast. Like, I don't have a way to describe it. It was a negative feeling to me. It just started off very like fast and detailed, and I was like, wait, what is happening? Like, have you ever like listened to or read a book like that? Like, it took me like a minute to even like piece everything together, and then there was like characters were very quickly introduced, and then you're like, wait, what? Wait, where did that person go? What? So I don't want to start off like negative, but I just was like, what? But I'm reading it, listening to it. I have no other opinions yet. I'll finish it, I assume. But I just started it. So I'm only like 2 or 3 chapters into it. But it is, yes, we'll see. So I don't even know what the anything, I do know, actually, I don't know if I can say what the plot is, because I don't know. I'm not good about reading like, the like recaps or whatever on books. So I don't know what was disclosed in that, but I'm listening to that. That's what I'm currently listening to. Okay. You are lovely. Outros stink. They're always awkward. I'm going to go. Thank you. This was so fun. So many things. Have a good one. Bye.